Hey, beautiful people. The theme for this first segment is catalyst. Because one thing we're not going to do is enter this 2026 Fire Horse summer without intention. Summer brings everything into light. So let's be intentional about what we illuminate. Let's magnify, highlight, and amplify human dignity, human potential, human capacity, and imagination without limits. I am because we are, so I will speak with Ubuntu in focus. We are not walking into this season casually. We are not drifting. We are not going in without intention. This is not just any summer. This is a catalyst season. A catalyst does not wait for change. It becomes the force that creates it. I would like us to pause for a second and really ask ourselves, how have I been moving lately? Have I been intentional or have I been reactive? Have I been grounded or just getting through the day? Have I been showing up fully or shrinking myself to stay in a comfort zone? Because the truth is, a lot of us have been existing in this quiet middle space, a purgatory of sorts, waiting for the world to come back into balance, waiting to be humanized and affirmed. Not fully disconnected, but not fully engaged either. During this summer, with all that faces us, the middle space is not where we're staying. Let me be clear about something. We are not separate from our deeper selves, our spiritual selves. Folks like to say, I go too deep. I appreciate the observation, but my profundity is not a deficiency. I was born like this, old, knowing, deep, and irritating. Ask my mama, Patricia Ann. Spiritual awareness, intuition, inner knowing, that's not something extra. That's not something reserved for special moments, church, or special people. That is a part of our natural human physiology. It grounds us, it regulates us, it connects us. It is literally how we stay aligned in a world that constantly tries to pull us out of ourselves. So, no being afraid of it, no ignoring it, no treating it like it's optional. This summer, we move connected, anchored, and limitless. When connected, everything shifts. We start to feel everything more clearly. Not just the excitement, the joy, the inspiration, but also the uncomfortable things, the frustration, the uncertainty, the truth we've been avoiding. And here's the thing, we are allowed to feel all of it, not selectively, not just the parts that are easy to manage, all of it. Because numbness is not strength, avoidance is not peace. And pretending we don't feel something doesn't mean it's not shaping our decisions. So this summer, we do something different. We feel all the feels fully, without apology, without rushing to fix it, without shutting down. Because feeling is not weakness. Feeling is information. Feeling is guidance. I tell Aaliyah this all the time. Feeling is movement. But we're not stopping at awareness, because awareness without action, that's just observation. And we're not here to observe our lives. We're here to participate in them. So here's the shift. We show up, not halfway, not when it's convenient, not when we're perfectly ready. We show up just as we are, messy, learning, and still figuring things out. Because clarity doesn't come before action, it comes through action. And once we start showing up, something else becomes necessary. We get involved, not just in our own, not for our own personal goals, not just in our own little world, but in something beyond ourselves, because isolation keeps you small. Comfort zones keep you stagnant. And consuming without contributing, that will drain you faster than anything. So let's get involved in our communities, in conversations that matter, in work that aligns with our values, step out of the passive role, and become part of something that requires our presence. And if we're really going to be involved, we can't stay silent. So we speak up, not aggressively, not performatively, not just to be heard, but with intention, with clarity, with courage. Because our voice, your voice, is not random. Your perspective is not accidental. The things you feel called to say, they matter, even when your voice shakes, even when you're not sure how it will be received. You speak anyway. Now, here's where it gets deeper. Because showing up, getting involved, speaking up, that's powerful, but it's not complete without this commitment. And not just commitment to yourself, commitment to the coalition, to community, to collective growth, to something larger than your individual advancement. Because real change does not happen in isolation, and real impact does not come from people who only move when it benefits them personally. So this summer, we stop asking, what works for me alone? We start asking, what am I building with others? Where am I contributing? Where am I standing in alignment? Where am I choosing connection over convenience? Because a catalyst doesn't just transform themselves. A catalyst transforms environments. It shifts rooms, the energy in rooms. It changes dynamics in spaces. It creates momentum wherever it goes. And that's the energy we're stepping into. But let's ground this, because this is important. Because being a catalyst doesn't mean burning yourself out. It does not mean overextending. It does not mean saying yes to everything. It means moving in alignment, protecting your energy like it matters, because it does. Paying attention to what actually fuels versus drains you, and making decisions from a place of clarity and not pressure. So let me give you something to hold on to this summer. You don't need permission to move differently. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need everything figured out. You need presence. You need honesty with yourself. You need the willingness to act. And if you forget everything else, remember this: you are not here to go through this season passively. You are here to initiate something in your habits, in your relationships, in your work, in your environment. Something shifts because you decided it would. So let's bring it all together. This summer, you feel everything. You don't shut yourself down. You show up, even when it's uncomfortable. You get involved. You don't stay on the sidelines. You speak up, even when your voice isn't perfect. You commit to something bigger than yourself. You don't move in isolation anymore. And through all of it, you stay connected to your inner grounding, your awareness, your truth. Because this is not just about doing more. This is about becoming more intentional in how you move, more aware, more aligned, more engaged. So when you look back at this summer, you won't just say, that was nice, we survived it. You'll say, that's when things started to change. That's when I stopped waiting. That's when I started moving differently. That's when I became the catalyst in my own life. Take this with you. I move with purpose. I trust my connection. I feel fully, act intentionally, and show up without hesitation. I am not waiting for momentum. I create it. This is your catalyst season. Move like it. Do not let existing narratives constrain how you move. This is For the Greater Good with Sunny Peoples. Sunny Poppins. Sunny Peoples for the Peoples. We rise up and shine. Together we rise, forever we shine. Love is the movement. We are stewards, and our only business is future making, seven generations and beyond. Love is our currency, not money, not status, not power. Love expressed through care, through presence, through how we show up for one another. We affirm and appreciate ourselves. Drop info in the comments about opportunities for folks to connect, get involved, and move initiatives forward for the public good. Because the world needs us, and not someday, right now, playing our parts. Feel free to drop suggestions on topics you would like to hear my take on or would like to process with me. Until next time, have a marvelous week. See you around.